Planning a Disney vacation can be overwhelming, time-consuming, and expensive. But what if there was a better way to do it?
There absolutely is, and that's why we always call in an expert. Our friend and partner Ashley Dixon from Adventure Awaits by Ashley. She does all the research and work to make our trips easy and stress-free.
That's right. Thanks to Ashley, our time can be better spent choosing our favorite ears to match our outfits, or which lightning lanes, dining reservations, and enchanting extras we want, because she will book all of that for us.
And she saves us money because she can get deals on park tickets, resort hotel stays, and vacation plans that we can't even see ourselves. The best part? Her services are always free.
As a former cast member and annual pass holder at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World, nobody knows the parks better than Ashley. So what are you waiting for?
To book your next adventure to Disney and beyond, find Ashley on social media at Adventure Awaits by Ashley, or send her an email at adventureawaitsbyashley@gmail.com.
And make sure you mention that the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast sent you. We just found a whole new way to enjoy our trips to the Disney parks. Where in the Park is a signature theme park seek and find game. Each game features images showcasing unique and often overlooked details inside the parks. Players explore the park at their own pace, looking for each image. Play solo or team up with friends and family. This makes the perfect addition to a park day, whether it's your first visit or your 100th. What's even better is that it's not only for Disney. Where in the Park offers packs for theme and amusement parks across the country. Make sure to check out Where in the Park and all the different games they have to offer. Use our code WONDERFUL at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Happy searching.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wonderful Wednesday, and do we have a treat in store for you today?
Yeah, we do.
It is a special day. It is April, and we have brought in a special guest. Dare I say, one of the specialist guests. At least we brought her in from the furthest away we ever have before.
That's true. That's true.
It's our friend Sarah from Disney Magic Every Day. Sarah, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We're so good. We're so happy you're here, and thank you for making time for us.
I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited.
We're so excited. This is great. So if anyone's been following along, we've shared a lot of things of Sarah's before. Sarah was on the podcast party with us that Josh and Gina from Bring Back the Magic hosted. But Sarah, I need to ask, is it possible for you to just call me every night and read me a bedtime story, preferably Harry Potter, before I fall asleep? I would love that.
That's no problem.
Yes,
I'll build it
great.
in my evening.
Great.
No problem at all.
So if we have a special guest, you know it's for a reason. So Disneyland Paris is celebrating a birthday.
They
Crazy.
are.
So Disneyland Paris opened April 12th in 1992. And we thought, what better way to celebrate Disneyland Paris than bringing in Sarah, who is a Disneyland Paris expert, we like to call her.
Yes, we do.
Oh, wow.
It's
Wow,
true.
expert.
That's your home park, and you've been how many times now?
37.
37.
Yeah,
That's
37 times.
amazing.
I mean, since 2003, that is, but still, that's quite a lot.
That
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's even more impressive. We need to get into this. But Sarah, for those who may not know you yet, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I am Sarah. I'm a mum of two. I live in the south of England. Originally from the north of England, but yeah, I live in the south now. I'm currently a stay-at-home mum. I love Disney, crafting, travel, and that's the reason I started my Instagram account, actually, because I started off trying to promote a travel business that I started, and I just found so much more than that. I don't even do the travel thing now. I'm just in it for the friends and the Disney. It's just fantastic, yeah. So yeah, and my Disney origin story really started, like I say, in 2003. we had a trip. I say we, it was me and my folks and brother and his family then. And I was 25. So that was the first time like that I went to Disneyland Paris. Obviously, I'd bought merch and watched movies and all that sort of stuff before, but until that time, I wasn't hooked. Then that was it. I was all in. First trip, Disneyland Paris, all in. Just got the Disney book straight away, and I was obsessed straight away.
I love it. That is so great. Well,
Yeah.
and I think that's, I mean, both of us, Ashley, I think you had just graduated from high school the first time you had went. I was in my 20s the first time I went to the park, but I everyone talks about like the childhood wonder and that experience through a child's lens, but like going for the first time as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
it's just as
Yeah.
magical, and I think it's
Yeah.
Oh,
almost
absolutely.
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And I think as well, because I was just saying this the other day, that I think I enjoyed it more because I can remember it more now. Like
Yeah.
when you go as a kid, I mean, obviously my kids have been so many times as well, and they'll remember. They remember things from the photos. Really, I think then because they've been going since what, like Oliver was 4 months old, Maxwell was 7 months old the first time I took them to Disneyland Paris, and they remember stuff from the photos. But I'm like, I can remember that feeling like walking through rounding, Town Square, getting to the top of Main Street, Castle. Wow, just emotional. I could get quite emotional just talking about it right now. So
Yeah.
the atmosphere as well, it just takes you. And I don't think you would get that same vibe when you're a kid. It's obviously great to go as a kid, but yeah, I think it's great going as an adult for the first time.
Amazing.
I love that. I love that. So, okay, before we kind of get into, I think, our episode and some of our questions for Sarah, we should probably talk about Disneyland Paris really quick because some of our listeners, I think a lot of actually our US listeners might not know too much about Disneyland Paris. So really quickly, so Disneyland Paris, did you know, is the only resort outside of the United States that is completely owned by the company.
Is it really?
It is.
I did not know that.
It
I
is.
did not know that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
I'm
great.
expert.
So yeah, so this was the second park that was opened outside of the United States. Tokyo was the first. Paris was not the only site in Europe being considered for a park. So there was also Frankfurt, Milan, and London that were also going to be potential sites in Europe. But
Wow.
Italy and Frankfurt were eliminated because they didn't have enough flat land to
Oh,
build a park. They could not
makes
find
sense.
flat land.
So hold on though, Sarah, like because you live over there and grew up there, what are your thoughts about that? Like, I mean, Paris is obviously magnificent and London is close to home. Would you have
Yeah.
put it somewhere else?
I wouldn't have been the same if it was over here. Definitely
Mm.
not. I think that the choice was so right. And I think as well, there's lots of connections with Walt in France and Paris and stuff like that. So I think like it was really good, like from a historical point of view.
Okay.
Walt was actually given is it the Medal of Honor or the Legion of Honor in France, yeah. Which I think
Amazing.
I think it's the original that hangs in City Hall in Disneyland Paris, I think. I could be
Oh,
wrong. We'll double
wow.
check.
Okay.
But I think it's yeah. So I
Awesome.
think
That's cool.
the connections, and plus I think like the European castles and things like that were all a big inspiration for him. So I think it's right that it was there. Definitely, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be the same for sure.
Oh, I love that. No, see, and this is why we brought you on because it is different.
It is.
We looked at Europe as kind of all magnificent, but you're right. Like there is something special about Paris and knowing that history. Like it's what a cool perspective. So
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, Disneyland Paris opened in April of 1992, and was the first of two parks. So Disney Adventure World, which was formerly Walt Disney Studios Park, opened in 2002. And Michael Eisner, who was the CEO at the time, he signed the first contract with the French government in 1985, but construction didn't begin until August of 1988. And in December of 1990, there was an information center that was opened that was able to show the public exactly what was being constructed.
That's
yeah,
crazy. So that took them a while. I mean, obviously
yeah.
looking at it now for good reason because it is huge, but
Hmm.
Mhm.
that would be hard to wait.
Hmm.
That long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Disneyland Paris is Europe's most visited theme park.
There you
Which,
go.
yeah.
It is.
There you go.
I
So
think it brings in like it might be like, I can't remember, I don't know figures, but like the majority of tourism for Paris is like,
really,
I think to Disneyland Paris, yeah.
well, it's so easy,
Hmm.
and we talked about this on our other episode that we did
Hmm.
after our trip, but when we were researching and when we had landed at the airport, it was, yeah, you get on the train, get off at this train station. And I didn't really think anything of it, but we walked out of the train station and there are the front gates. It's right there.
Right there.
It is. It's so exciting. It
Yeah.
really is so
Oh,
exciting.
and it is gorgeous too. Every main street I think is special. I would say, Walt Disney World a little more impressive with the size of the castle than Disneyland when
Yeah.
you come around that
Yeah.
corner, but nothing compares to walking around the corner
Mm-mm.
at Paris.
It's very, I always say it's the most romantic park. I think
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
the French and Parisian thing, and that castle. I mean, I just love all the Disney castles. It's very difficult to say which one's the best, but I do think Disneyland Paris Castle is the best, Sleeping Beauty Castle. I really
There,
do.
yeah, there's no bad angle for
No.
that
Yeah.
castle either. Like we took so many pictures just
Oh, yeah.
5 feet to the left or 10
Yeah.
feet to the right. Like, oh, did we get this angle? Because it's just that pretty.
Yeah.
It is, definitely. Yeah.
So, Sarah, back to you. We have some questions for you about this. So, when you first went to the parks, you're 23 years old. What was your lasting impression? Like, what stuck with you? Because you mentioned like you went as an adult, but what was the thing that really, you know, gave you the bug, so to speak?
I think, like I was saying before, the atmosphere, you can just feel it when you go in. It's just magical. The music, before you even see the castle, you walk in and it's just like, wow. I mean, I wish I could do it again, like have the first time over again, because even though I feel like I took it in and like say I was an adult, but I would take even more of it in, like
Yeah.
you'll never get that first time back. And I think, yeah, it's just you hear the music and the atmosphere and the smells. It's just the whole Disney thing, isn't it? And then when you actually do see the castle, it's just perfect. It really is. And it happened to be a glorious day as well. So I think that makes a difference, like having the sun
Yeah.
shining and it's just really great.
That's amazing. Well, and I will say this, and I know that especially in modern theme park era, making things immersive is up to a whole
Mhm.
new level. But
Yeah.
I think Disney mastered that from the very beginning. And
Yeah.
whether it was in the middle of downtown Anaheim, California, or, out in Paris, there's a busy train station, there's highways, there's motorways and trains and planes and everything. But as soon as you walk in, everything else disappears.
Mhm.
And that was
Absolutely.
my impression is it's just like everything else kind of disappeared and you were just fully immersed and
Yeah.
Well, it was
lost in
like
the best way.
life back home was gone. That was it,
Yeah.
And you just get the whole good versus evil thing. It's like you walk through there and it's like everything's good, all the evil's left behind, all the
Yeah.
nonsense and the noise is left behind, and it just feels like everything's a bit lighter, and
Yeah.
it really is a nice place to be.
Yeah.
Can we just go back? I mean, I know we're like just starting out this episode, but I just have to say, like, so we're planning a trip in May to Tokyo, and I'm very excited. I really am. But as we're planning all of this, like I am feeling this pull to go back to Disneyland Paris.
I know.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
didn't have that. Like it was magnificent. And I was like, knowing they were building Adventure World, I know we'll come back someday, but
Mhm.
like I need to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it does. That's what it does to you. For sure. You've
What it
got to
does.
go back.
Yeah.
And you have to go back when I'm there.
Absolutely.
Yes,
That's
we
non-negotiable.
need to plan this out.
Absolutely.
Getting the diary out.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, Sarah, what is your favorite Disneyland Paris memory?
I think just the first time you walk in, I think that's my favorite. Although taking the boys there the first time, I think is it's a great thing to just, I mean, as soon as they were born, it was just on my mind. Like, we need to get the passports, we need to get over to Disneyland Paris. How are we going to do this? Especially with like with my eldest, he, you know, working everything out is when you have like a newborn, you have a new baby and stuff like that. It's like, right, how do we get there? How do we get the bottles, you know, milk and all this kind of stuff, because he was like under one, you know, and it just works. I'm like, right, passport done, let's get there. Just wanted to get his little
Amazing.
feet on Disneyland Paris ground as soon as I could, you know. And then the same with my youngest as well.
That's so beautiful. I think if I had to pick, I think it probably would have been, and I'm wearing the shirt, my Spirit jersey is Big Thunder Mountain. We were able to time it just right and be on
Yeah,
the ride while the fireworks were going off.
So
perfect.
magical.
And
Yeah.
it felt unfair. Like I'm like, how is this real life? Like I don't deserve
Mhm.
this experience. Like it was just, I don't know, it was so surreal, but you just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't, it was just an experience and I will
Yeah.
never forget that. As amazing as all the things were, like that was the moment I relive often in
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one for sure. The timing was
Yeah.
just perfect, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, we were stressed too. We were like, how do we time this right?
We're like letting people ahead of us, like, please go.
Like, no, we can't get on the ride yet. Go,
But
you
not
go.
you. Not you. You stay. Now is our turn.
That was us in line.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely a good one. Definitely.
Yeah. So obviously, Disneyland Paris is going through some major changes and has changed immensely over the years. But like, what are the changes that you have seen and how would you compare it to the first time you went versus where it's at today?
I think the big thing is Disney Studios, which is now Adventure World. That has, I mean, when we first went there, was it even a half day? Like, you know, it wasn't even a half day park, I would say. There wasn't very much to do. There wasn't very much,
Yeah.
but there was enough. And funnily enough, they had a parade. The cinema parade used to go through there as well. They don't even have a parade now, which I definitely think
Yeah.
they should bring for sure. But yeah, and that was great. There was very few restaurants. There was only a sort of handful of restaurants. They had the big show, which I think was a big pull for that park, the stunt show,
Yeah.
which was brilliant. Um, and but since then, you've got sort of World of Pixar, Toy Story Playland, Avengers Campus, and now World of
Yeah.
Frozen. So it has absolutely, I mean, changed unbelievably since the first time I went. It's like unrecognizable now. And I
Yeah.
haven't been back since they've done all the changes. So I'm looking forward to seeing the changes. You know, I haven't been and seen it a little bit here and there, you know. When I go back, it's going to be totally different. So I'm so
Yeah.
excited to see all of that, yeah.
That's
And the
amazing.
park, I think the park really, things like the shows, like the nighttime fireworks show, that has come on like immensely. When we first went, it was overwhelming. It was Fantasy in the Sky with Tinkerbell. And it was just the cutest, lovely show. It was after the nighttime parade, which again, we don't have one of those at Disneyland Paris still, but I'm
Which is
hoping.
crazy.
Right.
They
Yeah, it
need
is
one.
absolutely crazy. Yeah. So there was Fantalusion, that was the nighttime show, and then it was the Fantasy in the Sky, and then like the first time watching that, Tinkerbell flying, and we were with my niece, she was only one, and she loved Tinkerbell, and it was just like the best thing. When I got home, I recreated it by buying a Tinkerbell and doing a wire from the top window down to the garden, and had Tinkerbell flying all the way down with the music on that would go when we were there. See how cute
I'm
it was.
not gonna lie, when you started that sentence with I recreated it, I wondered, Sarah, did you don the Tinkerbell outfit and hop on a wire?
Funny, funny you should say that, and I'll send you a photograph. But I did one year for Christmas, got dressed up as Tinkerbell and got the wings and the light up and everything. I've still got it all as well. And the wig. And I gave everybody's Christmas
Amazing.
presents out on Christmas Day as Tinkerbell, like to me, my niece and nephews and everyone. Now, it would sound like they were just little. No, they weren't. They were in their teens. So yeah,
I
it
love
was
it.
just, I decided to do that, yeah. So yeah,
Love
lots of
that.
fun.
That's
I'll
so
send the
great.
photo.
Please,
Love that.
please. That is amazing. I do
But I
have
think
one
the
question
fireworks.
though. Oh, go ahead,
Oh,
please.
sorry, go on. Oh,
No,
I was going to
you
say the
first.
fireworks shows have absolutely changed because they've added the water
Mhm.
features, they've added the
Yeah.
lasers, they've added the projections, and now the drones. It's taken it to the next level, you know. The fireworks were brilliant when we first went. Then when we went as a family to Disney World for the first time, I was like, well, these blow Disneyland Paris right out the water. But they're bringing it back a bit with the drones and, all the projections and stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Like,
yeah.
Unbelievable. We camped out one night so we could have a decent spot, which again, everyone knows how wonderful they are, and they're there hours beforehand.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, we had planned on only watching it one night and doing other things, but no, we had to do it another night because it is that incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Phenomenal. It really is, yeah.
I have one question though. What are your thoughts on Crush's coaster?
Oh my God.
Because I have to know. I don't understand it, but everyone loves it.
Well, I think it's good, but it's the whole Peter Pan's flight thing for me. I'm like, why? I can't. Just please tell us. I go on it, and every time I go on, I'm like, I still don't know why people wait so long for these rides. I just don't get it.
This is why you are our people. I don't understand, friends. I'm so glad that you love it. But I went on it and I was like, wait, that's it? But the line was so long all day long.
That is the only ride that we paid for. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because I didn't know about the spinning. And then you came off and you were like, you totally could have done that ride. That was not what I expected at all.
No, because like you get on in the shell and it takes you outside of the building. So you're right by the walkway. And I waved to you. I was so excited. I was like, oh, we're doing it. And then I came off the ride and you're like, what happened to you? You were so happy and now you just look angry. I'm like, that was the most exciting part.
Funnily enough, when we were there last time, the boys have started wanting to go on like more rides. Well, I kind of forced my youngest to, but because I'm like, well, we all want to go on these rides, so you can't stay here on your own. So he just screams most of the way around everything. I mean, everything. It's just hilarious. And I feel like such a terrible parent, but I'm like, you will, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You'll like it. So I did this on Crush's coaster. Oh, it did not go down very well with any of them. Not with my husband, not with the boys. No, I got off. I was hysterical. I thought it was just so funny. They didn't speak to me for about an hour. Like, how did you do that? Like, Dan was like really like annoyed. It's like, why did you do that to us? It's like, because I thought you would like it, and you've got to experience everything. Nope, I was not the favorite that day.
I love that so much. Jake's like, okay, end of episode. We're done.
I'm crying.
I know, you okay?
This is what I do for Disney, you see.
Oh my goodness.
Divorce papers in the post.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh,
okay?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you see this the way we do. And again, y'all love what you love. We love that you love it. I just didn't understand. And as we were preparing this episode, I was like, Ashley, I want to ask her. She's like, no, don't ruin our friendship. I'm like, I have to know. See, we're good.
We're good.
Sarah, you are the best.
I'm with you.
You get us.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my God. Okay. We have, I think, a couple more questions for you before we get into like Disneyland Paris specific questions. So you have been to Walt Disney World 4 times and you've been to Disneyland once. So what do you think of the US parks? Like, what is your opinion on them?
Because hold up, we got into some hot water with our listeners a little bit over an episode we called Start Bench Cut.
Yeah.
And we both chose Disneyland Paris over Disney World.
We did.
So we kind of want to know, like, where do you see these parks? How do they rank?
Obviously, I thought that was the right choice. I was standing listening to that episode, and I was like, "Come on, Disneyland Paris, come on!" Yep, it won through. I was great. It was great. I was so happy. I was surprised, but I was happy. But we love the American parks, like we love America anyway. So, coming to the American parks was never going to be a big surprise. Although how soon we did it was a bit of a surprise. It just, I think, watching so many vlogs, we'd already said, oh, we'll wait until the boys are older to take them over there, you know. But like, I think Oliver was 1, so like,
Wow.
we didn't wait that long. I was like, come on, get us over there. And I'm not joking. The first night that we were there, it had taken long. There was a few delays and stuff like that, and we were a bit tired. So we were staying at All Star Movies, and we went over to get something to eat, and we'd left our mugs back in the room. So I went back over to get them. And as I was walking over, there wasn't anyone around. And I'm not joking, I danced a little jig because I was so happy to be there.
Oh,
I was like
Sarah.
in disbelief, like jumping up and down, and I was like, yes, yes, I'm here. I couldn't believe it, you know, like looking at giant Woody and giant Buzz. And I was like, what is this? What's going on? So
That's
yeah, I mean, we
amazing.
love the American parks. And I mean, we had 3 throughout COVID. We had 3 trips booked that had to be cancelled.
Oh,
So when it came to America opened again, we were like, right, let's get there quickly, you know. So we did, and we came over like for 10 days just after I think it was like November. America opened again. We were there in January,
amazing.
and it was just like so good to be back. So good to
Yeah.
be back. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
but
I'm
yeah,
just
we
throwing
do.
it out there. If you need us to like work on the neighbor next door, we can get him to move. We can get y'all over here. They've got a great backyard. It's a little far from the parks, but again, we'll sort that out later.
Dan's plan is ultimately to live in America, you know. So he is like, oh yeah, he would go tomorrow for sure, for sure.
We'll talk offline about this. We're making it happen, people. We're bringing Sarah home. Amazing. So, since you have been to 3 of the 6 parks around the world, which international park would be your next to visit if you could choose?
Well, it's funny because I've never really thought about outside of Disneyland Paris and the American parks. I think because we love America so much, we
Yeah,
really want to explore a lot more over there, not just Disney, but like everywhere.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
You know, so we've never really thought about. I suppose Tokyo Disney Sea would probably be the one if we
Yeah,
did. But I think that would be sort of far down the list because we've got sort of cruises, and I want to go to Aulani and all that sort of stuff as well before, you know, and more American parks. Like
yeah.
we've done California once. I would love to do that again.
Yeah.
You know, so I think yeah, definitely maybe one day, maybe when the boys are a bit older. I
Yeah.
mean, we said that. Oh, who knows? Who knows what can happen? But you know, definitely more American parks, more of America, and cruises and Disney cruises and Aulani. I'd love to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, your family, so not that we're inviting ourselves, but we're inviting ourselves. Like, you just tell us when, and we will be there. But yeah, I mean, have you
It will
guys
be.
done a
You'll hear
Disney?
me.
Yeah.
You'll hear me
Yes,
from there. When I book Disney next, you will hear me shout, "I booked
there it is. I
Disney."
hear the call. We're going. So, have you done a Disney cruise, Sarah?
Not yet. No, not yet. We'd love to. We'd absolutely love to.
That's so
So yeah,
exciting.
actually, I have this big dream holiday that I want to do. Maybe when I'm
Yeah.
50.
Okay.
Um, in
Well,
15
that's
years'
like
time.
20 years
In four
away,
years'
like
time.
30 years
Yes,
away.
thanks, Jake. 4 years' time. 4 years. We've got 4 years to deal to sort it all out, you know. So really, what I want to do was we'd start off in Disneyland Paris 5 days, head over to right, which we were going to do. Head over to California, 5 days, maybe 7 days there. Then fly from there to Aulani and do sort of 5 or 7 days there. Back over to Disney World for a week. Finish it off with a cruise.
That is
Ta-da!
like the Disney dream vacation.
That's unreal. I will sell a kidney. I
Wait.
don't need to. I'll do it.
I
That
will do
would
it one
be
day. Maybe not in 4 years, but
unbelievable.
I will do it
Yeah.
one day.
Yes. The
Yeah.
GoFundMe is now set up, everybody. You can find it as Disney Magic every day at GoFundMe.com.
God, no.
That is
Amazing. Yeah.
unbelievable. That's
Yeah.
so good.
I love
That's the
that.
dream. The
Well,
dream.
Okay, so let's move on and kind of talk about Disneyland Paris, maybe for newcomers or somebody that is thinking about going to Disneyland Paris for the first time. So we would love to get
Yeah.
your advice because again, like Jake and I talked about this on two separate episodes, but we'd love to get, I know, another perspective. So
Yeah.
first, how many days would you suggest that you need in Disneyland Paris to get the full experience?
I would always say five. Five
Okay.
days,
Okay.
5 nights. Yeah, 5 days. Because there's a lot more to do now. And I think five you could comfortably do. You might miss a couple of things, but I think five you could comfortably do it. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you could maybe, depending on where you are, if you're coming over from America, then you could have some time in Paris and all that, and London, of course,
Yeah.
and all that as well, build it into another holiday. But I think five is comfortable for Disneyland Paris for sure.
Because we did three, and I think
Yeah.
that was great, and that's what our
Mm.
time allowed for.
Hmm.
But there was still so much we
Yeah.
didn't get to do. We
Yeah.
could not do it all. And
Yeah.
that's the beautiful thing
You,
about this edition of
yeah.
Adventure World, too. You certainly cannot do it all
Yeah.
now
No,
in 3 days.
definitely not. I mean, 3 days you're gonna really have to prioritize and cut like
Mm,
We did.
quite a bit of stuff and just. I think even with 5 days you have to prioritize, and I think you know and think you might not get to do everything, but if you're lucky, then if the wind catches you right, then you do sort of hit things right,
yeah.
then it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 5 days.
Well, and just knowing that Disneyland Paris, like the rides, I would say are at a whole new level of thrill
Yeah,
than what
yeah,
we experience over here in a lot of ways. But
Hmm.
the shows,
There were so many shows we didn't get to do.
that's what
Yeah.
broke my heart is that we weren't able to see all the shows, but the ones we did see,
Were phenomenal.
incredible.
what
Yeah.
what did you see?
So my favorite and still like my favorite Disney show is Mickey and the Magician.
Mm,
Oh,
I
that's a good
that is
one.
my number one Disney show. I was like, this is amazing. We unfortunately weren't there during the Lion King
yeah.
show, but we
Mm.
saw the Alice in Wonderland, the stunt show, and that was pretty cool too.
That was
Totally
Oh,
awesome.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, because
Yeah.
I wasn't sort of taken with that. I was thinking, oh, maybe that would be on my cut list, and I'll do
Yeah.
it if I get to it, But if you're saying that it was better than you expected, then
It was, yeah, I
It
didn't know I
was.
didn't know what to expect, but afterwards I was like, okay,
yeah,
that was actually kind of cool.
No, it was. It
yeah,
was very
good.
different, but very fun. And I mean, the talent of
Hmm.
those actors
Oh yeah,
and the
yeah,
stunt
yeah, for sure.
performers,
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
Yeah,
expert. It was great.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite Disneyland property hotel over in Paris? Like one hotel that you prefer over the others?
Yes. Well, I think we usually choose by season. So our
Okay.
hotels are like, so if we're there at Christmas and New Year, we'd definitely go for Sequoia Lodge because it's just got that sort of holiday lodge feel with the fire and everything in the bar. And if it's summer, then we'd sort of like choose Newport Bay maybe, because they've got
Okay.
the great outdoor pool and it's very beachy themed, so it's like got a summer vibe. But I mean, overall, my favorite hotel is the Disney Hotel. The
Of
Yeah.
Disneyland
course.
Hotel is just, even though I'm not a fan of the refurb,
Oh,
I did
okay.
prefer
Oh,
yeah, I did prefer it before. It smells totally different, and that just broke my heart. Absolutely
Oh.
broke my, because I loved the smell before, and I've tried to recreate it, and like had a look into what are the smells in the Disney Hotel, what are the notes. I'm like getting vanilla and this that, and the other. So I've looked into it. I've bought the oils. I've made things. Like tried to get the smell back. And when we went back after the refurb, I was thinking, yes, I'm gonna get it. And I walked in, and it was just totally not what it was supposed to be.
that's so
But
sad.
it's still great, and it's still lovely, and it's got that Disney air, and but
Right.
it's the whole memories thing, I think, isn't it? So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of emotions are tied to smells and
Yeah, that's it.
sounds and things. Yeah, but I that is an underrated part of like the Disney experience are
Hmm.
the smells. And I mean, you can buy candles for all sorts of smells for the
Mm-hmm.
Walt Disney World Resort hotels.
Hmm.
Like, if
Mm.
anybody out there knows the recipe or the secret formula
Right.
to bring back the original Disneyland Paris hotel, like we need it.
Yes, absolutely. It's quite similar to the Grand Floridian, actually. Quite similar,
Okay.
but
Okay.
not. I think it's a bit more floral, the Grand Floridian one. Like
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
bit more musky the Disneyland Hotel in Paris. So, but
Okay.
yeah, there are a couple that I've got, from stores, from small shops that have sort of hit it a bit, but not exact. But
Yeah, you'll know
it's one of
though.
those,
You'll know when you get
yeah.
it.
Oh
That's
yeah,
amazing.
absolutely.
So we stayed at the Art of Marvel Hotel and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Really loved it as like a big Marvel fan, and I got to
Hmm.
stay on the Captain America floor, which
Which
is exactly where I wanted to
was
be.
not planned.
Yeah.
But that being said, like we walked over to the Cars Hotel one night and that was
Oh,
cool.
Mm.
awesome.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I wish we could have spent more time exploring the hotels.
Yeah.
And I love that you have them
The Cheyenne is a
seasonally.
good one as well.
Okay.
They've got a lovely bar with like a fire and everything in as well, and you can get like
Oh,
nice
cool.
pizzas and tortilla chips and dip and things like that. Just like a little bar. It's just so cute. And obviously Toy Story theme is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So, what is the one place you must eat on every visit to Disneyland Paris?
So I would say, are we talking counter service or table service? Or
Uh, Both or
Yeah.
whatever,
both?
however, yeah.
I would say counter service, cowboy cookout. Is just
Okay.
every time I have to go to Cowboy Cookout, every time, and we all love it. Like my whole extended family loves it. If we go to Disneyland Paris all together, that is one place that is firmly on the list, at the top of the
Okay.
list. That's what we're doing.
Great.
For a restaurant table service meal, then Manhattan Restaurant in the Art of Marvel is absolutely
Okay.
fantastic. Fantastic. We did a New Year meal there one year, and it was like
Oh
seven
my.
course. And it didn't cost what you think it would cost. I can't actually remember what it was, but I know it wasn't very expensive.
How
And
did
it
we
was like
miss that?
it was fantastic. Like a phenomenal meal. It really was. And we've been there a
Run
few
it
times.
back. We're going back. That's amazing.
Decision made.
Yeah.
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 You sold
Twisted
us.
our arm
I
just a little
know.
bit. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we know restaurants and food service. What
Yeah.
about snacks? You know we're big snack people. What's your favorite snack in Disneyland
So
Paris?
my favorite is, my favorite's always a toffee apple or candy apple. I think you guys call it, don't you? So
Yeah.
that's always my favorite. Whichever Disney park I'm in, I have to have one, and they're actually better in America, definitely. But
That's a hot
in the
take.
old mill, they're so much better. They're actually caramel and chocolate. So
Okay.
in Disney, it's sort of just like the hard toffee in Disneyland Paris.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
hard toffee red apples. But I think in Disney World they're so much bigger. And then they've got like, the marshmallow ears and all that sort, and they're just better. They really are. But my favorite snack in Disneyland Paris is in a little place in Fantasyland called the Old Mill. And it used to be a ride.
Oh,
And then
really?
it's now, yeah, it used to be a ride. Have a look. You
Huh.
could go around like it was like little sort of things you could sit in, and it went round as well. Unless I made that up. No, I didn't. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. We'll look at it and make sure. But it did. I'm sure it did, yeah. And they've got a lovely tray of mini pancakes, like mini crepes with Nutella on. That they are just delicious. And every time we go, we've got to go and get them. For some reason, the fact that they're mini, they just taste better. I don't know why. Just small little lovely crepes, and they're delicious. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
my favorite.
area of Fantasyland is like a fever dream for me. Like that place is
Yeah.
incredible. All the snacks
Snack.
there. I could sit there for a whole day and just
So
eat.
at Christmas, it's even better because they have little cabins. It used to be years ago. I'm not sure if they're still calling now, but it's Belle's Winter Village, or it was Belle's Winter Village. So it was like as if it was from Beauty and the Beast. Now they just have like little kiosks. I mean, they're all themed and lovely and everything, and they have like mulled wine, roast chestnuts, like all different things from like sort of around France and Europe. So Christmas is a good time to go.
I was already sold, and now I'm just like, what am I doing sitting here? Like, we can finish the
Christmas, I think
episode there together. We'll meet you
Christmas is
there.
like my favorite time to go, I think, to Disneyland
Okay.
Paris. I think that's the best time. The music and the windows and everything and the snow on Main Street is just great.
Oh, well, and that
Yeah.
is that is one of the fascinating things that's very unique to Paris is you can go and it will snow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it will be cold. Yeah, at
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so great.
So we touched on shows, but do you have a favorite show, either past or present?
I think out of all past and present, I think Together is, the Pixar musical that's
Oh,
sorry, Adventure World. Together is like such a beautiful show. It's got like a live orchestra and albeit a small one, but it's so good. It's just beautiful. Like the sentiment of it, we can all do this together. I think it's just so Disney, you know, like teamwork and happiness. And then obviously all the Pixar characters on stage.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
see, and that's one we had to cut because we just ran out of time. And I
Yeah.
was sad that we had to cut that
No,
one.
that one hurt. And
But
that was
I'm
a
actually
casualty
glad.
of only 3 days there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that you saw Mickey and the Magician actually over together because I do love Mickey and the Magician as probably as much, but I think because I've seen Mickey and Magician quite a few times now.
Mm.
It's been going quite a while. So when Together came along, I was like, yes, a new show. But I'm
Yeah.
glad actually that you saw Mickey and the Magician rather than Together. I think that's the right way. That was the right way.
Okay. Well, also, like, just really quickly, those chairs in there are incredible. Like,
They're
I would never
comfortable.
fall asleep there because the show is too good. But if I were to fall asleep somewhere, it would be in those chairs. They were nice and plush.
Hmm.
It was very
Yeah.
comfy. We don't have
Yeah.
that here.
No.
Kind of in like, um, I just lost the name with John Progress, the Carousel of
Oh,
Progress. Thank
Carousel of
you.
Progress, yeah.
We do have a podcast, people. But no, like those chairs are kind of soft, but it is nothing compared to like the stadium seats over in Paris. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
It's a
they
good
do it
theatre.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good viewing from anywhere as well. They used
Yeah.
to have a show called Annie Magic in there. I think we watched it on Tavern one
Hmm.
night,
Yeah.
and that was a great show as well. But yeah, we'd been there a few times as well, and Dan did actually fall asleep watching that one time because it was so comfortable. Yeah.
I can see why. It's just a comfy place. All right, we talked Crush's coaster. What is your must-do ride or rides when you go to Disneyland Paris?
Okay, so thinking about this, has to be Big Thunder for sure.
Yes.
Big Thunder, top of the list. Top of the list. And I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think Big Thunder and Disneyland Paris is the best Big Thunder.
Oh,
100% agree with you.
yeah, no
Oh.
fight from us.
No, nope.
Not even close.
It is a really good one, and it's got better as well. They've reimagined it a couple of times over the last few years, and it's definitely got better, yeah, than when I
Amazing.
used to go first time. But yeah, so Big Thunder, Pirates. Again, I think Pirates Disneyland Paris is my favorite, but I should maybe wait until I've been on Pirates back in California before I see any more on that because I can kind of remember, but
Yeah.
it's a bit blurry. So, but yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that
it's
might
great.
change if I go back to Pirates in
Yeah.
California.
It's Paris's Pirates is great though.
It is great.
And that
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
part of that land,
Hmm.
Oh, I love
unbelievable.
it around there. So it's so cute at nighttime with the lights and everything, the ambience, and it's just so cute. But yeah, Avengers Assemble Flight Force as well.
Oh, yeah.
That is a thrilling ride.
It's
I was blown away. Also needed to sit down for a second after, but
Yeah.
like in the best way. I was like, wow, that was intense. That was intense.
It is
It was
so
awesome.
good. Yeah. And Terra Tower
Mm.
is like it's a really good. It's like it's a great ride. And at Halloween, they usually put more lifts and
Oh,
drops and stuff in.
Oh,
Yeah.
time out.
I was-
That's why
We didn't go during. Oh no,
We
we
did.
We were there in September.
okay. We got on
Yeah.
that ride, and Ashley doesn't normally do Tower of Terror.
But I was like, when here, like, I'm gonna do it. So I put my motion sickness band on, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And we got on there.
Dedicated.
No, I was dedicated. I was like, I'm doing this. But we got on there, and I don't know how it normally is, but you got on, and it immediately dropped you. And I was like, nope, I'm done. Get me off. I'm done. Like, I want off of this ride.
It is.
She
It
was
is a really
sport.
good one. Yeah.
She
it
was
is a
so
really
good and
that
so
is
brave for it,
dedication,
but
actually.
I was sitting there. I'm like, no, babe, it's almost done. It's almost done. And she's looking at me like, I'm going to kill you. You liar. Because it just kept going. And then I'm like, how much more are you going to put us through? But no, it was like amped to a whole new level, and now we know
Maybe
why.
that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because just when you think it's done, it's like, nope, it keeps going. And I was like, you don't understand. Like, I need to get off of this ride.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
The
done.
best is seeing someone's face when they're go on that for the first time, especially like my twin nephews. I think were 6 or 7 the first time we took them on, and they were. I didn't force them this time. They just wanted to go on. I didn't force them, really. I didn't. And when we got on it, and as soon as the drop, they were like, "Yeah, great! Can't wait to be on this. You know, finally tall enough. You know." And their faces, I just couldn't ever explain their faces. It was just they were a picture. I couldn't explain it. There's no photograph, there's no video of it or anything like that, but it is imprinted in my mind. The look of horror and like, why did you let us do this? That that look
Right.
that you give, yeah. Why? Like, and I think that shocked us a bit as well because me and my dad both put our hands on them, like put our arms around them. They seemed to lift a bit too much. I was like, right, okay, no, I don't like this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're over here just like, shh, shh,
I'm like,
it's okay. It's almost over. It's almost over. I promise it's almost done.
it was definitely intense, and I was not prepared for that. I was like, I need to walk it off. I just need 5-10 minutes. I just need to breathe.
Jake, you walk over there. Don't touch me.
I mean, in the best way, I was just like, I need my space for a moment.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
Dan would probably be able to talk to you about all that sort of stuff because of what I did on Chris's coaster, you know?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Okay. What is your best advice for navigating the parks? Like, what's your approach? First time
I
going,
would
what
say
would you tell people?
definitely use the app. It's a really good, really like clean and
Mhm.
just simple app, it's dead easy to use. And plan loosely, but don't over plan. I think as long as if you make a priority of what you want to do and then slot things in, because things can come, you might walk past a ride and it's like, 5 minutes. Oh, we can jump on this. So I think you've got a plan, but just take it as it comes as well. And I think if you do one rope drop morning at Disneyland Paris, you can get a lot of stuff done. That's what we
Oh,
usually do.
absolutely.
We don't rope drop like every day. We are like we just late sleep on holiday. Like we just rise when we want, chill out. I'm like, it's holiday, And one like Dan would never rope drop if ever again in his life. He would just never do it. But I'm like, right, we've got to do one rope drop, please. Like, we've got to get there. So yeah, we do one and we can get like a lot of stuff done. Like first in the queue to see Darth Vader and
Yeah.
stand waiting for the parade to come and then get a good reservation at Walt's restaurant. It was like, this is just it all seems to happen when you're there soon in the morning. So
I
best
love
I
it
could
so much.
yeah. I'm bringing you all a nostalgia on it, Jake.
Yeah.
No, really. I'm like, when are we going back? To your point, like I am very excited that we get the opportunity to visit Tokyo,
Yeah.
Disneyland and Tokyo Sea. But I'm like, I really want to go back to Paris.
No, I know this is not helping Sarah in the way that it is helping everything.
Yeah,
It's not
not
helping.
helping. Not helping.
The only other thing I would say, the only other advice I would give as well is to remember that there are characters in each of the hotels every day. I think it changes. I don't know if it's morning and night or if it's either or, but you can meet characters in the sort of hotel lobbies every day.
Okay.
There's a space. So it's good to know that if you want to
We
sort of
did
tick a
not
few
know
characters off.
that.
And the lines can still get busy, but a lot of the time, like we would be coming back from breakfast and like there's like 4 people in the queue to meet Mickey in Sequoia Lodge, or you get Max with his explorer outfit on. I'll send you some photographs. Yeah.
We did this all wrong.
We had on New Year, we had Max with like his it was like a Deerstalker hat and like a check shirt, like as if he'd just been out chopping wood, and it was just so cute. Yeah. So yeah,
Sarah,
that's a
where
little
have you been our whole
Disneyland Paris.
lives? We just we have to go back. There's nothing else to
I'm
say.
here when you're ready. I'm your Disneyland Paris guide whenever you're
Yes,
ready.
absolutely.
Love it.
So I guess our last question, what are your thoughts on Adventure World? I know you haven't been yet in person, but what you've seen so far and again, what's still coming, What are your
I'm
thoughts?
excited. I'm so excited because I think there was definitely a change needed. In the way that they've rethemed like the sort of the entrance as you go through an adventure way, and the whole new World of Frozen area just looks so delightful.
Yeah.
Um, the name, am I upset with the name?
Okay.
I don't know. I did like Walt Disney Studios, but Adventure World, what's the difference? I'm going anyway. So it doesn't make much difference.
It's true.
It's not stopping me from going. It's
Yeah.
not stopping me from going, so yeah, doesn't make
Amazing.
much difference.
Well, we told ourselves that when we go back again, we were going to wait until Adventure World was
Mhm.
open and things, but
Yeah.
I don't know, going through all of this with you, obviously we love you so much, but you have just sparked all the feelings and the memories and the
Oh
desire to
yeah.
come back
Yeah.
again. Because I think unless you have been to Disneyland Paris, you don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know what
No.
you're missing. And it is a
No.
very unique, incredibly
Mhm.
special place.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like I said, I think it's the most romantic.
Yeah.
And when you say it like that, like when I think about going to Disney World, and it's just full of adventure and so much to do, and as a family we love it there, and I think Disneyland Paris like is just that sort of that little, I mean, it's not a chill or a relax, but we try and do it as much as possible where it
Yeah.
is a chill or a relax, and you can just sort of like enjoy and take it all in. And yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, before we go, Sarah, first of all, thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Thank
just being
you.
amazing and being again
Oh,
sincerely a part of our family
oh, back
and
at you.
yeah, will you just tell everybody where they can find you? And again, we heard a rumor that you're up to something, that there's a pretty big project that's coming out soon or has just been
Is
happening.
this my podcast?
Yes.
Yes, I've started a podcast. It's been in the making for ages because I was going back and forth, back and forth. And it actually, I put the first episode out last week, I think it was, on Spotify. So it's
Awesome.
Magic Every Day. And it's only, a really short first episode, but it's just sort of like where my love for Disney started and why I wanted to start a podcast. And to be honest, the reason that I started it is because of people like you guys, because I would never, a year ago, I would never have thought I would even, talk on Instagram, never mind be on a podcast, a podcast party, or, start my own podcast. And it's really, I just thought, oh, maybe I can do this, with
Yeah.
all of the support that I've had from the community that we are part of. It's just amazing, and inspiration from like you guys and, all of the other brilliant podcasts that are out there. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Don't know when the next episode's going to come out, but that's
That's
just the
okay.
beauty of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will share that
And
in the description and we'll share that on our Instagram and other social
oh,
media so you
thank you
guys can
so
go
much.
find that and listen to Sarah. But you have such an amazing story. You're such an incredible person. We just love you
Oh,
so
thank you
Yeah.
much.
so
And we're
much.
so grateful
Oh,
that you
love
would
you
come
guys.
on with us.
And thank you so much for having me. And before I go, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations on your 100 episodes.
Thank
Thank
And
you.
you.
I'm so pleased how successful you are becoming, have been and are becoming and will be. I wish all the success for you guys in the
Yeah.
future, whatever you do.
Thank you.
Thank
Well, we've
you.
always said along the way, like we would
Yeah.
never get here without other people
Yeah.
and you know, you're part of
Yeah.
this too. Wherever we go, we're taking you with us. So thanks for being a part of this for us too.
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's where we're going.
That's where if anyone's curious, that's where we're
That's
going.
where we'll be. That's where you'll find us. That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to support our show on Patreon. Check out our t-shirt shop, Shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.